Waltz, one spot short tonight at the Thunder Road Harley Davidson 200 at South Boston, but I have a feeling you feel like you had the best car, led the most laps tonight. What more did you need at the end to get back up to Connor?
Just some games being played on the restart, and and slowing it down or jumping it, and we just weren't able to keep up with jumping the start. So you'll have that, I guess. We wasn't going to get called on it, but whatever. It sucks for us, hard-working team here. We had a great race car. I feel like we had the best car. We just got a little behind on that last restart there, and just weren't able to get back to them.
When you have a rocket ship like you did tonight, is it frustrating that it comes down to just that one moment out of 200 laps?
Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but we got a good race car and a good race team, and we, had a good run at the Cars Tour race at Langley a couple weeks ago, and we'll have another good one here at the Hampton Heat. So it's a rocket, and I'm looking forward to it here at Langley in a couple weeks. I just got to thank all the crew. Everybody worked so hard this weekend, and got to thank Waltz Engineered Sales, Waltz Water, Davcon, and just all the other partners, Banks Racing Engines, Forrest Reynolds Racing Chassis, and just everybody here that makes this thing go around.
It's a little while later, post-fireworks show. Matt Waltz, on the bright side, with all the money that Flow Racing and NASCAR Regional has put into the Triple Crown, to come away with a second tonight, going to Langley, a place you're really strong at, how excited are you for these next two races to go try to win that 20K?
I'm pretty pumped up. I know South Boston's really been probably my weakest link. Out of the three, I feel like we've had good runs at Martinsville, obviously good runs at Langley, and coming off a couple wins earlier this year at Langley in the regular racing. So have a lot of confidence going there, and really to Martinsville too after tonight. So just proud of all the guys, and everybody worked so hard this weekend. I was all day yesterday. It was an extremely long day, and worked hard today and made some gains on the car here during practice. So can't say enough about everybody here, and Waltz Engineered Sales, Waltz Water, Davcon, and just everybody, all the partners here, and all of our guys, Banks Racing Engines and Reynolds Racing Chassis. And I definitely got to give a shout out to Flo for putting up the money for this. So it's pretty cool, and adds another level to it, and adds another level to the Triple Crown.
Now at the halfway break, we heard something about you had to go get some fluids and get a little bit of food in. Were you okay at that point? And how much was that a challenge in the second half?
No, I was good. I just went back to the truck there and put a rag on my head a couple times, just trying to make sure I was cooled down. But I was pretty good shape, in the second half. But I just wanted to make sure I was cooled down and ready to go, and had enough, in me to not cramp up or anything in the second half. But I was just good.
And how hard is it physically to get through these 200-lap races, like here at South Boston and then later at Hampton Heat, with how hot it is during the summer? How much do you have to prepare for the physical toll on your body?
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, it's a hot day. It's 90, whatever it was, 90 something today, and that's just the starting point. So a lot of times in the spring and fall, you can get by without having to be. It's a lot cooler temperatures. So if you're racing in 70-degree weather or 60-degree weather, it's just 20, 30 degrees cooler and easier, on everybody. But it's I don't. It just is what it is.
Final question for you: as you were stuck behind the 77 there in the closing laps, was there any thoughts looking back and maybe you should have moved him a little earlier to try to get back to Hall?
Yeah, I was just trying to. I couldn't follow him in there, the 77, too good until a little bit later on when I was able to make some ground on him. But it's just this racetrack. It's just the way it is right now. It's still a lot of grip, and it's just really tough to make passes on the bottom. It's like you have to be on the top, and if you got a guy running the top, it's just almost no other way around him unless you go up there and knock him out of the way. So I was trying to get around him without having to do it, and my hands were tied, and I probably should have done it sooner, but I couldn't really get to him. He was running a good line and making a good lot of time up top, so it's tough to get up there and follow him in it to be able to get around him. But should have done it. I wish I could have got back and not lost so many spots on that restart. That's just what really really got us behind. But no issue on the car that we got to work on, at this place. But with such slow restarts and different to what I'm typically accustomed to at Langley, so it's something we'll put in the notebook, and we'll fix it for next time. It just sucks for tonight, coming up second.
Jared Haas with FrenchStretch.com. Come back more for some great racing video content. And if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.